Hi, we will talk about quanstrat package. We see from the bloater package when we add a strategy in based on the trading signal, we add a transaction there. Still we write a for loop there to control stuff. Is there any way to automate it? The answer is yes. We can have a systematic way to add the trading rule, and if more complicated, how can we do it? So the code is a quanstrat package, is a trading one, is a much more complicated. So initialization is something that we learned in the bloater already, and applying trading rule and back the result is already we know how to do it. So what's new here is we have three steps here. Is we define indicator. Actually, we have to define properly and how the trading signal transform from the indicator, and how we use the signal to form the trading rule is something. The three middle step is something new here. So we focus on the naive filter rule to show you how the machinery works. Again, we will need these two packages for each and financial instrument. So let's erase everything, clean out everything, and now we install that. Okay, and go back to slide. And we need the development tools to install the bloater and quanstrat package. Okay, so now we go to the bloater and quanstrat package. And the next thing is to download data. Okay, get data from when to when, what are the stock, what the currency, get the data and define them as stock, and set up initial equity. So this is something. If you look at previous video, there's nothing new here, so I'm not going to go into details. The next is something new. So before we need a bloater package, but we have new strategy. So that's why we have to have a new environment strategy here. And then now the new thing is we put a name called filter for the strategy name. Okay, just the name storage, store there. And then I remove everything, all variable there to avoid any conflict. Okay, so let's see. Let's create new environment. Okay, and call the name filter. Okay, and then remove any old strategy. Okay, and now we are going to set up. Okay, here is I have a portfolio name, use the symbol, currency, account, the account name, portfolio name, currency, initial equity. So that's how you initiate it. Okay, the hook here. Okay, this is same as the bloater, but now we have new thing is initial order. Okay, this is to record what the order is. Okay, so and then you set up the strategy. Okay, that is store it. Okay, so this is these two things are the new compare for the quanstrat. Okay, now once we set up, we are ready to define our indicator. Because filter rule is not a standard indicator, so we need to define it. So here is the filter is a function of price, and the filter is based on the left price, and is based on the filter is the price over left price minus 1. So there's a filter rule here. Okay, so now we create function called filter rule. So remember here the trading indicator is just a function, right? SMAEM is function. It's mapping from price to a indicator. An indicator will turn into trading rule. Okay, trading signal, and trading signal turn trading rule. So we say indicator give you a trading signal, and trading signal gives you a trading rule. Okay, so we have a indicator, and then we will convert it to signal. Okay, so the next thing is to define indicator. Okay, where the function here we have the indicator. So here we add indicator. Okay, added the strategy, and the name is called filter. Okay, it's a filter strategy, and what argument is what value we use. Okay, um, is called using the uh, quote of the closing market data, closing price is called filter. Because we use only the closing price, so this is what the indicator is, filter rule. Okay, so this is how you get the indicator, put it inside the strategy. And the next is you want to make sure that this is correct. So this is try apply indicator is apply it to see whether this is correct or not. Okay, you put in the text and see what the text gives you. Okay, and because text is a lot of things, if you try to see it, you see the text, then you have open, high, low, close in the filter here. Okay, so you can see focus on the column 4 and 5. Okay, so you can see this filter correctly. So this over this give you -1, give you this number. Okay, so this is a you can check this filter is correct. So now we define what is indicator. Once you know the indicator, now what the next thing is to transform the indicator signal. So there are many ways to transform indicator signal. Because there are multiple signals, sometimes you want to say whether signal up above certain value. That's filter rule. Okay, and where there's a crossover, where the crossover is more like the MACD, with the MACD over the signal line. And comparison, sometimes you want to compare the short run EMA non-EMA, right? Or compare that. Or comparison is like the Ringer band, whether this above the upline and below the upline. Okay, so this is when that's up, then you always buy. Okay, crossover is when it actually cross, but comparison is whenever it's above, it's also there. And columns with good calculation with greater than equal to, less than equal to, or equal to. So let's see. So remember, we have a filter rule. It's about certain fraction. So we add signal, add to the strategy filter. We use signal fraction. So remember, we above certain value. And what's a fraction? It's 3%. And you use the filter, the one you calculate, whether it's above 3% or not. And it's greater than at the time across. It's true. Then we call filter dot by. Okay. So you do this, then actually you create a signal whether buy or sell. Just let it's actually the for loop. When more than that you have 1, less than that you have 0. So that -1 or, but here just buy. So whether it's more than that is 1, otherwise you have 0. But it's at the background. Okay. And similar now after the you add the trading signal, then you want to transform trading rule. So you tell when you want to buy long of, and then let's see the clock here at the trading rule. The trading rule is based on rule signal. Okay, it's based on signal rule. Okay, so I base on the filter buy. Okay, and you give you 0 and 1, and signal is true. It means that when it's a buy, then actually it's a buy, right? I have a signal 1 or 2, and every time I buy quantity 1,000, and I have a market order type. So you can not limit order, but here just focus on the standard thing market. And other side is buy, so it's long, and you just buy the market value, and replace is false by definition, by simple, and type is enter, which means enter the market. Okay, let's run this code here. So now, once you have this, basically you tell already the system, this is the way you enter. If there's a buy signal, then you buy 1,000. Okay, so this is the rule. Now the next thing is go back to the same. We have a sell signal. Okay, when the signal is the filter is less than 0.03, then you less than that you have a sell signal, and then you apply it by having a negative quantity. Okay, so that is how you have the sell signal. So again, go to the code here. At the signal is less than 3%, -3%, that's a sell signal. Then now I change the signal to the rule. Whenever there is a sell signal, I sell 1,000 stock. Okay, so that is what it is. I reduce the quantity by 1,000. Now the next is try to apply the strategy, because we apply how the rule. Okay, and then we just apply it. Okay, apply it from strategy to the portfolio. Okay, that's what we call apply strategy. So let's go here. Let's put it there. So here is the strategy, and apply it, and this is how you can see they buy Apple, buy and sell accordingly. You can check. And then next is very simple. Update portfolio, cut equity. We know it from the border again before, so this is very standard. Anything. Okay. Now the next part is, okay, now we're done. So we just look at the result. So here what we do is that all the symbol, just plot it. Okay, just basically position plot. So it's a loop here, but actually can do two things. But I use a for loop to show for every single stock here. You can check. This is the IBM. Okay, you buy here, and then you didn't buy and buy something here. Okay, so for you can go back here and check Apple, because with the loop. So Apple is more funny because you buy and buy and buy and sell and buy and sell and buy and go on, right? So it's a more interesting. Okay, so this line you have some profit, yeah, some drawdown. Okay, and this looks like, okay, for Apple it looks good, but for IBM is also good in making certain money, but the trading is a little bit uninteresting. You just buy 1,000 and sell, and buy 1,000 and sell. So this is what you have bought. So let's see more interesting thing. You want to see trade statistics. Okay, so we can see how, not the per trade, but the overall trade statistics. So look at number of transaction, number of trade, FA trade profit and loss. Okay, so you can see the portfolio gain and loss, right? The file. Okay, or you can see the trade statistics. Because two stocks, so that's why the overall gain and loss, you can see how well it's doing. And besides, you can do standard performance analytics. So you have to do portfolio return, use the account, and you can see how the return looks like for two stocks. So this is more familiar because you know it from the contract slides. So this is how it looks like. Apple looks like, okay, it's doing well, lose some money, but at the end making similar profit as Apple. Daily return looks like this, and the drawdown looks like this. Okay, so it looks like although IBM doesn't fluctuate that much, but it draw down much more so less. It's more similar. And then we also want to look at the per trade statistics. Okay, so we can look at return and look at table arbitrary by picking up things you want. Look at cumulative return, analyze return, job ratio, and comma ratio. Okay, and then you can name it. So this is what the code means. Okay, so this is data what you have, looking at the particular trade statistics. And this ends the standard study on the quanstrat, and you use a filter rule, and we remember the way we do is we need to initiate the account, portfolio, and particularly the order, and make the strategy. And first we define filter rule and as an indicator, and once indicator, then you define how the signal is generated from the indicator. It will buy signal, and then the trading rule will base on what signal you have. And once you have all the trading rule there, then you apply it, and the rest will follow what we learned in the B.B.A package. Okay, thank you very much.